Hey guys, it's Rob from the Pick My Perk series, and what you're seeing on screen are two guys that make up a little group called Hello Money, Jaysen and Michael. And taking a page out of the book of Eric the Aviator, I contacted these guys and said, "Hey, I like your stuff. I'd like to interview you and put it up here on the HeartBreaker Nation channel. Let you guys get a feel for what these guys do, and just kind of introduce you to some of the musical flavor that's out there on YouTube because there's obviously a ton of it." And there's no way that any one person could go see it all. So these guys do what's called acoustical mashups. So if you're familiar with the concept of a mashup, you take two songs and make them work together in a way that they initially probably weren't meant to. But I find the mashup genre in general, it's one of my favorites. And these guys do it acoustically, which to me is kind of mind-blowing. So I hope you enjoy the interview. Two things. Sorry about the audio quality at points. They're in China, in Shanghai. And if you know anything about the internet in China, it's not that great. And they go through a VPN in order to get out to the outside world because of the communist rules on the internet access and that sort of thing. Second thing is I cut out a ton of audio. We literally sat down for an hour and a half and talked. And so I've reduced this down to about 10 minutes or so. But maybe I'll throw together just kind of the raw footage and put it somewhere, as that way you guys can listen to the whole thing if you really want. But it's a long conversation, and I just kind of chopped out the high points. So I hope you enjoy this on your holiday weekend, and I will talk to you later.
I'm coming when the freak show takes the stage. Given the games to play, she said. It's hard to believe that there's nobody out there. It's hard.
So let me ask you this: what's any significance behind the name Hello Money?
Yeah, definitely, Jay. Do you wanna...
Here in Shanghai, there are a lot of homeless people. Not a lot, but there are some.
Not compared to like
not
Chicago
compared to like American City actually, but there are many, and they like to hang out at foreigner bars because they just assume, and kind of rightly, that foreigners have more money.
Not us.
But most foreigners will have more money than the average Chinese person.
Definitely. Yeah. Foreigners here meaning anyone who's not from China.
Not Chinese.
Usually Westerners, North Americans or Europeans.
Australians and whatnot. But so we were at a sports bar and we're leaving, and they come up to you, or they came up to us, and they're asking us for money, but they ask in English, but they know
Two words,
and it's hello, money, money, hello, money, and they like tap you on the arm, and we're like, no, don't touch me,
yeah,
and like kind of walk away, and we thought about it. It's like, I think you said it.
That'd be a great band name.
Do you guys ever get done putting a song together and listen to it and go, that is like the awesomest thing I've heard in a long time? I mean, do you ever like listen to your own work and think this is just I love this? I mean,
maybe more when we first started.
I would say, yeah, man. The most recent song that we have made that we have not recorded because we came up with it after we were done is it's really cool, I think, and it sounds nothing like any of the other songs.
Yeah, we're talking about an original song?
Yeah,
Song. It sounds like kind of different, and we played it live at like a little singer-songwriter thing, organized by actually the dude who produced our album. And I think maybe it might be the best one we've come up with, and definitely like we have like a little video thing. We really liked listening to that and stuff. So to some degree, but anytime we're recording a song, you hear it a million times.
Yeah.
And you like it because you're like, wow, I can do something confidently. That's always reaffirming. But you do kind of get sick of it to some degree, I'm sure. Yeah.
Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. So I start a revolution for my pain. Cause you said the brains I had went to my head.
how do you guys, can you just break it down into layman's terms? How do you go through that process?
Well, when we first started, I think that we tried to structure the mashup as if it were a song. So, 3 verses, 2 to 3 choruses, maybe a bridge in there. So as if it's a song. So we would just pick and choose pretty much. Okay, I think we've done this song long enough. and we just did a chorus of that other song, so let's go to the chorus of the other of the second song. You know, and it was very simple like that. Nowadays,
it's hard to define really. There's not a specific process. We figured you asked this question. We were just talking about this during halftime of the game actually. And there's not a single way it really gets done. Sometimes it's kind of we're just like jamming around, just playing, and something will pop into one of our heads like that sounds like this song. Let's like pull up the lyrics on the computer and see if we can make it work. But sometimes, literally, like this happened the other day. I was walking over to the grocery store, and just like a song I've been listening to, this Beatles song, came into my head. I was like, that sounds kind of like this other song, and like the rhythm's different, but we can make it meet halfway. And I thought of like a rap song that would go over it well, and just like in a 10-minute period while walking, and just like kind of ignoring the traffic around me, which was perhaps not like,
especially in Czech.
Yeah, especially here. Just like kind of focusing intensely, like literally in my head, even without the guitar for me. I just like it came up, and I came home, sat down the guitar, and ended up putting it together. We always make these word files with like the lyrics and different colors for each song, to kind of get like a song map, we call it. Good song map, which for people who are unorganized is actually a pretty organized thing to do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, there's not a this way to do it. Sometimes we'll come up with something directly, bring it to the other person, and say, this is how we're going to do it, and it'll be structured like that. But more often than not, it's just like playing around and seeing what would sound good here. You know, what kind of pops into our head.
Yeah. It usually starts with an idea, at least.
Of like 2 songs.
Of like 2 songs, maybe 3 songs. And if I send it to him or he sends it to me, I'll be like, oh, I'll listen to it, and I'm like, oh, I think it sounds like this. So, oh, and we'll just start playing it what we originally had in mind, like the one, like what was that one? The B.O.B. Kid Cudi, this one.
Yeah.
I had like this one. I just had one connection in my mind.
Oh, it's the guitar riff from the Oasis song.
The Oasis song connected with Symphony song, like super well, just this one part, and it was the only thing that connected them in my mind. And I just told him that, and from that we made up this like 6-song mashup, which I think is like one of my favorite ones.
Yes,
and it's just like sometimes it's a random little thing that we hear that creates the whole thing. It's not necessarily I was thinking about the whole song all together. Sometimes it happens because of that one thing.
So I was going to ask you how YouTube has treated you. I mean, obviously, I guess part of the problem is you have obstacles to even getting to YouTube. But how's that overall been, like the YouTube experience? What's that been like for you guys? I
think it's been good. It's been mostly positive feedback from everyone. Not everyone, I guess. There are a couple people, you know, some people are trolls and some people are very nitpicky. I'm bad at memorizing lyrics sometimes, and when we're doing the matches of the videos, I'm like often reading off of the laptop, and there's been lots of comments. Not a lot, but you know, the occasional comment. It was pretty good, but you shouldn't be reading the lyrics off the laptop.
I'll see you play music.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Okay.
And it's cool because like some people say that we don't respond to them, but then other people respond to them, and they're like, "Why you gotta hate on them? Like, you know, it's still good." You know, and it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, other people.
The first time that happened, some dude, you know, someone we've never met or even spoken to on the internet even, came to our defense. It was like, wow, we're living in the future here. This is pretty cool. And
then those became like the top voted comments on the video because somebody was hating. Other people were like, "I go wrong."
I guess it's that old saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
So it's like, what is your guys' benchmark for success, I guess? I mean, or do you even have one? Or
I think being able to sustain ourselves by music would be the goal. To be able to not have to have the other job, job that generates the money so that I can live and have a comfortable life and then play music sometimes. The goal is to make enough to where you're technically, I guess, a professional musician, and that's sort of your job. But I think it's not something that's unfeasible, but it's difficult to do. It requires a lot of work. And like Jay said, I sort of think we're heading down that road, and that's one benchmark. Along the way, though, there's other ones. It was the first, just having a few people on YouTube tell us they liked our videos. Yeah,
that was a good benchmark.
That was the original benchmark.
Yeah,
not being told we suck.
And from there, it's sort of where you get maybe
1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, and you're doing one of those YouTube partnership deals, and where you're pulling a little money. And for us right now, we have the album on Bandcamp and the PayPal account set up.
Actually, while we were having this interview, I checked my email, and we actually had a person buy it. And that's the first person that's not a relative to purchase the album. And it's like, oh.
We posted it on last Thursday.
That was a great feeling.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I have to ask you this question. It's the last one I put on there. Was if somebody walks in and holds you at gunpoint and then tells you have to choose one song that you guys have done, and that's how you're going to be remembered for the rest of history, which song do you pick?
But we talked about this before. We have different answers, so I'll give you my answer. I think that would be our original song, which is called "Upset It."
Simply unique or simply a eunuch. Sometimes for me it's hard to pick. Sentimental sentiments and late night calls. Maybe it's just a mask to hide not having any balls. Maybe.
Yeah, I was saying I want to pick that song, but for me, having like written those lyrics, I feel like I don't want to be remembered as.
It's like self-loathing.
As like it's like that angry, not angry, but like self-loathing, like uncertain person. So I don't know.
You got some answer. That's a tough one with the gun to the head thing. Like that's a nervous situation. I don't know.
I'd like to think that the best things are still ahead of us.
Get us on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/user 9226640. Very attractive URL and memorable. It's soundcloud.com/user 9226640. Just Google SoundCloud, Hello Money. It'll pop right up. We're also at hellomoney.bandcamp.com and facebook.com/Hello Money. Okay, Hello Money SH. Apologies.
SH stands for Shanghai, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. Someone had taken the channel name Hello Money. We were disappointed with that. But
there's also that Lil Wayne song Hello Money, which was released right as we first put out our first song, and it's like, oh,
it's been messing up our searches big time.